Long before Israel had kings, a man named Abimelech reached for a crown that God had never given him. Judges chapter 9 opens not with honor, but with ambition sharpened like a blade. Abimelech, the son of Gideon, through a concubine of Shechem, stood before the leaders of the city and whispered a dangerous question into their ears. Would you rather be ruled by 70 men or by one who is your own flesh and blood? The people listened. Silver was gathered from the temple of Baal-berith, and with that silver, Abimelech hired reckless men to follow him like wildfire follows dry grass. Then came the unthinkable. On one stone, he murdered 70 of his own brothers, the sons of Gideon, one after another. A family line cut down beneath the shadow of selfish ambition, but one son escaped, Jotham. And from the top of Mount Gerizim, Jotham lifted his voice and spoke a parable to the people below. The olive tree refused the throne. The fig tree refused the throne. The vine refused the throne. But the bramble accepted it eagerly. A useless thorn bush became king. Jotham's warning drifted over Shechem like storm clouds gathering at dusk. If this kingdom was built in wickedness, then let fire come from Abimelech and consume Shechem, and let fire come from Shechem and consume Abimelech. And slowly the prophecy began to breathe. Division entered the city, trust dissolved, violence turned inward. The very alliance that elevated Abimelech began tearing itself apart. Shechem burned, towers fell, blood answered blood. Then came Thebez. Abimelech charged toward another tower, ready to destroy again what he could not control. But from above, an unnamed woman released a millstone. The stone crashed down upon his head, crushing the man who once believed himself untouchable. The king, crowned by violence, fell by a single stone from the hand of someone history barely records. And scripture says God repaid the evil, because heaven is not blind to injustice. There are moments when wickedness appears to prosper, moments when betrayal rises high, when pride sits comfortably, when the innocent seem forgotten. But the story of Abimelech reminds us that God sees beyond the moment. Every hidden act, every wound inflicted, every tear shed in silence. Divine justice may not arrive with lightning on our timeline, but it arrives with precision. So if you have been wronged, lied on, betrayed, overlooked, or wounded by the schemes of others, do not surrender your heart to bitterness. Do not build your life around revenge. Place it into the hands of Jesus Christ, because the same God who saw the blood on the stone in Judges chapter 9 still sees today. And in his perfect wisdom, he knows how to humble pride, expose darkness, defend the innocent, and bring justice in ways no human hand ever could. Sometimes the tower still stands for a season, but God has not forgotten who built it.